Happy Friday! Welcome back to Drinking by My Shelf. I'm afraid this is another of those videos where I'm not currently drinking because I am balanced at a precarious angle on the corner of my bed in order to do this, so having anything else in my hands is going to be just too much trouble. So the video I'm going to do today was actually requested by Leanne from Literary Diversions. She asked if, since I've been doing my Balancing the Books videos and really cutting down my TBR, if I could do a little mini bookshelf tour of just my TBR shelf. I have never made a bookshelf tour, a proper one, because I don't watch them, because I don't tend to find them very interesting, just seeing every single book. But she requested this one because it's a much smaller shelf. I thought it might actually be quite fun. And what I would really love is if you guys could comment below and let me know if you've read any of these books, which ones you recommend, which ones you think I should get rid of. So this is it. Up here I've got A Week in December by Sebastian Faulks. This one was given to me actually a while ago by my sister. She did this amazing birthday present for me. I'm born on the 16th of June, so on my birthday she gave me a book called The 16th of June, as well as 5 more books wrapped up for me to open once every month. And each book had that month's name in it. Mislaid by Nell Zink. I won in a competition where people had to talk about their favourite female literary character that inspired them, and I won! The Lie Tree by Frances Harding. I bought this one with Grace Latter. I've had it for coming up 2 years, so it's going to be your turn soon, I promise. The Wonder by Emma Donoghue. I loved her book Room, and I also really liked Kissing the Witch, so I have a feeling that this one is going to be great. Nutshell by Ian McEwan I bought just because it's such a weird premise. This one is told from the perspective of a fetus, and it's like a murder mystery, which sounds so completely bizarre that I just couldn't resist it. His Bloody Project by Graham McCrae Burnett. I really like books like this. They're a bit unusual, and it's sort of told as if it's real life documents relating to this case. Always a bit unique and fun. If on a Winter's Night a Traveller by Italo Calvino. This one I bought after playing the Try the First Chapter tag. Still haven't read it, partly I think because I so want to love it that I'm now scared to read it in case it's a bit of a letdown. Americana by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. I actually haven't read any of her novels. I've read her We Should All Be Feminists TED Talk, which is great. And everywhere I go, everyone I talk to, people just absolutely love her novels. Ooh, Headscarves and Hymens by Mona El-Tahawi. Why the Middle East Needs a Sexual Revolution. I will be reading this month because it is our book club pick. Trace by Laurette Savoy. Memory, History, Race and the American Landscape. It's written by an Earth historian and it's kind of about American history, but as told through the impressions on the land. House of Birds by Morgan McCarthy is an absolutely beautiful book. This one my mum gave me for Christmas because it's set in Oxford and I can just read it while living in London and feel nostalgic for Oxford where I loved living. Murder at the Old Vicarage by Jill McGowan. That was a present from my parents. Looks like a really fun Christmassy one that I'll be reading this December. Curious Case of Dasakine's Trousers. I honestly put this one on my wish list because of the name, because I think it's such a great name, and I also have been wanting to try reading more books in translation. One More Day by Kelly Simmons. It's a thriller about a missing child. I always know I'm going to enjoy these ones. Here we are, Feminism for the Real World by Kelly Jensen. I was sent the e-arc of it and I read the first half, absolutely loved it, and wanted to save myself because it was in black and white and it was just on my phone screen, wasn't doing it justice. Then I actually bought it and haven't read it since, which is ridiculous. Tuesdays with Maury by Mitch Albom. I really love 5 People You Meet in Heaven, so I've wanted to read this one for probably like 20 years. I eventually got it last summer, still haven't read it, but typical Emma. Blue Water by A. Manette Ansay. It's about a couple whose 6-year-old is killed in a car accident caused by their best friend. So it sounds like it's going to be very moving and sad. Rivers of London by Ben Aronovich was recommended to me by one of my friends. I was saying to her that one of the things I really liked about Harry Potter is that it's set in real London, so you can kind of walk around and imagine that there's this real magic like hidden under the surface. So she recommended this one as very similar to that. The Reluctant Fundamentalist by Mohsin Hamid. This one obviously got a ton of attention and praise when it first came out, which was over 10 years ago now, but constantly throughout the next 10 years, even up until yesterday when my friends was talking to me about it, it's time that I better read it too. Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng. I really loved Little Fires Everywhere that I read last summer, absolutely adored it. So this was the book that she wrote before, so I'm going to go back and catch up on that one. Okay, we've gone down the shelf so I can sit down properly on the bed because that position was really making me very hot and flustered. Here I've got The Light of the Land by Amanda Craig. This is a signed copy that I got at the, oh, where's the signature? Somewhere in here. That I got at the Isle of Wight Literary Festival last October, and it's described as part comedy and part psychological suspense, which sounds absolutely ideal. A Man Called Uwe by Frederick Backman. You must have heard of this one. Everyone's been talking about it, so I just really wanted to join in the hype, and I really loved his book Beartown. Night Film by Marisha Pessel I bought because my friend Angelica, whose channel is Angelica Kofa, absolutely loves this book and told me that I should buy it. I think this will be another one like his Bloody Project, where it's kind of piecing things together as if it's like a real story. Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. I actually think I have read it before at school. I didn't like it back then. I think I was just too young for it. But now that I know how great Daphne du Maurier is, I am very excited. Next up, I have have 3 books by Taylor Jenkins Reid, inspired after I read and loved The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I then went back and got her entire back catalogue. The Couple Next Door by Shari Lapina I got from the Tube book swap. I've heard good things and bad things. Some people say that it's completely ridiculous, this one, and sometimes completely ridiculous means completely ridiculous, and sometimes completely ridiculous means that I just eat that shit up. And then the whole rest of the shelf is my Persephone collection, and I love Persephone as a publisher. I love the way these books look. My mom's read a lot of them and said that she absolutely adored them, so I'm very excited to work my way through those. And finally, down onto the bottom shelf, there isn't much left of this shelf now. I've got Pages for Her by Sylvia Brownrigg. This one was sent to me by Pam Macmillan when I first got offered the job, but I haven't yet read Pages for You, which was written first, so I want to go back and read that one before I get to this. Tin Man by Sarah Winman. I was sent this one unsolicited. I usually don't keep those books, but A, look at this pretty foil cover, and B, I heard amazing things about it from Simon Savage. The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. This is going to be the next Tenterhooks book club pick, and I think that book club will be happening sometime in September. I will link to the Facebook group below because anyone can join. If you are able to travel to London on a weekend to join, we would love to have you there with us. This one's like the classic spooky book I've never read, so very excited. Vox by Christina Dalcher is coming out later this summer. It's about a world where women can only speak 100 words a day, and about how women can learn to be strong and independent and be heard when they've got this limit on their voices. Just my kind of thing. Patrick Melrose Volume 2 by Edward St. Aubyn. I read the first 3 of these and did a book break episode all about them. They were really, really wonderful books. There's a TV show now, Benedict Cumberbatch, and I really recommend the TV show as well. It's really amazing acting. I've only seen the first 3 episodes as well, so now I need to read the final 2 books and then finish the TV show. And then finally, Strong Poison by Dorothy L. Sayers. And this one was given to me by Emma Tobias when she came to stay when she was in England, which was so lovely and I miss her. Come back, Emma. And it's a really fun looking murder mystery, so I'm going to try and read that one this summer as well. So do let me know which of these books are hits or misses for you, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and of course hit that subscribe button for new videos every Friday. See you next time!